Fans First Entertainment is a family-friendly organization and does not sponsor this podcast. We curse and we thirst, so this content may be best for listeners 18 and over. Listener discretion is advised. Start the show.
Bailey, it's hot.
It's so hot.
It's so hot.
It's so
Listen, where I live, it's been winter for 6 months, and I wish I was fucking joking. And then all of a sudden, it's just like punching me in the face with pollen and summer, and it's not even summer yet. It's
not even
hot.
summer. We just skipped past spring.
Kind of.
Little
Yeah.
bit. We had a little taste of spring.
But then the rest of my week is going to be in the 50s again. The fuck?
I haven't even checked the weather. I don't even want to know. Just surprise me. I give up.
I can't be surprised. I need to know if I need a sweater. I'm getting old.
It's getting old. We're getting old and cold and hot. Hot flashes.
And it's somebody else's fault. I just know it. For those listening for the first time, welcome to Tarps Off. I'm Junie.
And I'm Bailey. I'm here to talk about baseball.
And I'm also here. If you're listening, you probably already know what Banana Ball is, but just in case, Banana Ball is the brainchild of Jesse Cole and Fans First Entertainment, and we'd like to say it's baseball, but the farts smell like cupcakes.
Delicious.
Delicious.
And probably not nutritious.
You never know. You don't know.
I don't know. I'll ask him. Hey, Foddy. Your farts.
How about them farts, eh?
They nutritious?
Ew!
That's disgusting.
God, that's a step too far. Bailey, it's hot. And I can barely concentrate.
It's very hot, but there were two amazing games.
Speaking of hot, how about those games?
How about those party animals, huh?
How about them party animals, babe?
I will say it's really, really, really hard to root against the clowns.
It really is. They did so well. Like this, I mean, like it's really difficult to root against the clowns because they are so likable.
They're
And
very
I don't
likable.
remember thinking that about any of the other teams, really.
No, it is so easy for me to root against the other teams. Sorry, other teams, but it's so easy to do.
I can find at least one dude that I hate. For no reason. For no reason other than either he's really, really good or he's got a face that I can just I hate that guy. You know?
Yeah, I just can't find it with the clowns, and I don't think I ever will, and that's okay.
They're all so charming. It's really annoying.
They're very charming.
Maybe that's why I don't like them.
I think
They're
they're
too
charming and they're humble
Yes.
and they're exciting. They're creative. It's hard not to like them.
I mean, they're so history focused and they pay homage to everybody. You know what I mean? They pay to the original team, to the history of the Negro Leagues, and just in general. They do the due process of the work. I can't think of words. I'm hot.
What are words, anyways?
What are words? Guys, why are you listening? Are you still there? Are you still
Are you
with
there,
us?
God? It's me, Margaret.
I don't know. So I think that I would love to hear your take on the games just in general from the clowns aspect of, I mean, everything that they did was just gorgeous.
I cried throughout the opening.
You and Drake Toll,
I
crybabies.
bawled my eyes out. They pretty much talked about the history of the clowns, how it started, what happened throughout the whole time that they were a team, and how it ended in 1989.
Mhm.
But they had each player talk about it in a way that was just so gentle and just exciting at the same time. But they also showed how hard it was to be Black in America at that time and even today. There was one line that they said, and it really hit me hard. And it said, if you were Black back in the day, a dream was all they let you have. And it's true. It was true. I'm about to cry again. I'm gonna
Oh, no. Bailey, no. This is a comedy podcast.
Yeah, sorry. Blame them. Damn it. But, seeing that and knowing that my parents were alive back then, and knowing that's what they saw and that's what they dealt with. And in terms of my parents are white, I'm adopted, hi. But, to know that they witnessed it and it's how recent it is. You have Ruby Bridges has a TikTok account. That's how recent it is.
Yeah. I mean, it's something that, like, unfortunately has not gone away. It's just
Mm-mm.
it creates different faces.
Yeah.
And so seeing that they are paying tribute to and giving voices to people of color and shining the light on the history and like showing how difficult things are and slash were, it definitely puts things into a new perspective and a new light. And I think that it gives me a lot of respect for this team and the
It
people
does.
who put it together.
Exactly, exactly. And I'm gonna cry, so I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna
You
do
just
some
push through it, babe.
I'm pushing through. It was amazing. I think it's very cool that all of the clowns know how to juggle.
Which is bullshit. How are you gonna be so talented at literally everything?
Hand-eye coordination,
The fuck?
which is why
I
I
c
can't juggle.
I can barely stand on my own 2 feet. How are you doing all of this?
It's
I
awesome. And then after they do the national anthem, they have the Michael Jackson Beat It dance, which if you look at the party animals, they are so excited to be doing it too.
Oh, they love it. They
You
love
have
it.
it's amazing. It's amazing. Like, they have the tailgaters and their line dancing, they have
Mhm.
the bananas with their little kick line, they have the coconuts. I think they do some I can't remember what they do, sorry, guys.
I don't remember them.
I d
I'm sorry. I don't.
But then you have the clowns doing Michael Jackson's Beat It, which was so cool, so much fun.
Everybody loves it.
Yeah.
Everybody loves it. It is very but this is their headline tour, right?
Mhm.
Right? Like, this is their headline.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Because like, they to do that, obviously, like, at home, in Indianapolis, which
Mm.
I'm from Indianapolis, so this has been a very surreal instance for me. Because 'Cause I'm like, in, Indiana, you have Colts, you have NASCAR, you got corn, you got stuff. It's fine. Like, no offense to anybody else that's from Indiana or loves Indianapolis or whatever. I grew up there, born, raised, left when I was 30. I'm not the biggest fan of it. It's fine. But it's one of those things that is very surreal to see, like, all of this joy and mayhem in my old hometown. It's kinda interesting to be able to pinpoint different things and then know all that history, like, that came out of it. I had no idea. I mean, I think maybe, like, somewhere in my brain, I might have heard about it, like, somewhere in history class or something, but, like, it didn't retain because I didn't care about sports. But to hear all the history and to see what they're doing with it and to, to have it s to see it, firsthand being brought back to life
Mhm.
is amazing. It's monumental, and, they did so well.
It was so great.
They do
It was
so
so
well.
amazing. How can you not like them? I don't get it. I don't get it.
They are a fantastic team, like, they couldn't have gotten a better group of players together, people that obviously that I've seen before because they are part of different teams, like, and part of the Visitors and
Mhm.
other, teams in the what is it called? The BC bu 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 what's the league called?
Banana Ball League, just say that.
That one, the Balls League. The
The
bees, the
balls.
buzz. But because they were part of the league, obviously they came from different teams and then came from the Visitors, and there are other people that obviously that I don't know anything about, but they're amazing.
Mhm.
You know,
There's
e- even if they made a couple mistakes, like it was only a couple. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It was they played beautifully.
but even then, it's the entertainment aspect that they have too, which
Yeah.
really, really embraces the clown's history of
Hmm.
entertainment.
And this is where everybody was just kind of like Harlem Globetrotters. I'm like, no,
Shut up!
we're talking about the quotes.
No, they're not the Harlem Globetrotters. None of them are the Harlem Globetrotters. I've seen the Harlem Globetrotters.
And
It's
you, sir, are no Sorry, that's
no, their games are rigged. These games are
these
people
are real
throw
games.
people throw their bats when they get upset.
Break bats, throw everything. They throw a fit.
Happens.
It happens. Like you said, it's difficult to root against this team because
Mhm.
they are genuinely so charismatic and
Mm.
charming and likable, and just they are so good at literally everything they do. So I have yet to see a bad game from them. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Even if necessarily like the playing isn't the best, the entertainment is still there. Everybody's energy is still there. Like it's always great.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So I'm always really excited to see the party animals play them, and I think they're playing them again soon, right?
Yes, they're playing him again this week
Ah,
in Washington.
is it 3 games?
Junie, I think so.
Fucking hell.
Um,
It's at night times. It's 3 hours, behind us, and
if you
it's 3 games.
so I would like to quote you on the first game
Ah, what'd I say?
because you said something
I always
that
say something.
you always say
I always
something,
have something to say.
but this particular quote was about Delano.
What'd I say about Delano?
You said, "Oh my god, he's going to be fucking insufferable."
Because okay, now I remember. It's because what the hell?
The man took the mound and decided, "Hey guys, y'all rest back there. I'm going to have 9 strikeouts this game."
You remember us talking about how, Gillespie used to be able to be like, "Hey, everybody sit down," you know, that type of thing? That's
Mhm.
basically what Delano did. He was
Yeah.
just kind of like, "Y'all take a break, I got a record to beat."
Mhm.
And he was so close
It
to
was
it too.
very, very
He was
close.
so close to it, like, watching him go, it was like one right after the
Yeah.
other, and everybody's just like, "Are you what is happening?"
Yeah.
Like, it's being able to see something like that is, like, history in the making. I'm literally losing my mind over it going, "Oh my god." I don't know anything, you know what I mean? I'm doing my
Yeah.
best learning here. But,
You're doing
like, even
wonderful.
I understand that's big.
Oh, yeah, it's big. He had 3 strikeouts, 3 innings. And then in the 3rd inning, the 3 batters he faced, 3 strikeouts in a row.
Bam, bam, bam.
Nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Do we have a record of or measure of how many Sesame Street innings? Did you have that?
Yes, we had 1 Sesame Street inning,
Okay.
and that was in the 3rd.
I love him. I'm so glad that he was able to do this, and I stand by my statement. He's gonna be
Mhm.
fucking insufferable.
He I mean, he deserves it. He deserves
He
it.
does
The
deserve it.
fact he started awful this year. Sorry, Delano, but
Mm.
you even
Nobody
agree.
did.
You
He even
you agree.
knows.
Uh, and now after the Open, you're like, "Okay, I got this." And you really got this.
It's because they let him do his tree time. They let him take a few moments with nature, and then now he's fine.
He's great.
He moved into the city, and now he's gay. Sorry, just constantly. It's getting close to Pride Month, and that it lives in my brain rent free.
And I will also say, as much as I love the clowns, that contortionist,
Bleh.
Amadou.
No,
Amadou. Look, I'm sure you're a
what they
great
call him?
person. His name's Amadou.
No, 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 no. They call him flexibility coach or something
Oh,
like that.
they don't need flexibility. They're
I.
fine.
They're doing just fine,
Can you
and I don't need you
imagine?
to be there.
Can
I
you
am sure you're a great
imagine
person. I don't need you.
them doing the catches the
Ugh.
way that he contorts, like, with his
Stop it.
arms behind his
Stop
back?
it. I don't like that. Not a
It's
bit about that. I just don't understand why they need to have a flexibility coach. Listen, I know, I get it. This is such a cool feat of human whatever. I just don't want to see it. It's they focus on it for so long.
for so long, and I think there might be a little bit of jealousy on my end because 'cause I'm not flexible because my
my
back is all messed up.
my back hurts
But
constantly.
I mean, even Cosgrove was watching it, and he put his hands up like, "Nope."
He literally said, "I'm out.
I'm just,
Good night,
Let's
everybody."
go. I'm gonna go play this game. You take the bat, you go.
He said,
Go."
"You do what you got to do. Bye bye, everybody."
It wa yeah, but, sure you're a nice guy, but that's not
That's not my cup of
my
tea.
cup of tea. We were introduced to the clown's mascot too. His name is Peanuts with an S at the end.
Is it multiple? There's multiple
It
nuts attributed to this
there are a
elephant.
lot of nuts with this elephant, and
Let me paint people a picture really quickly. Because when they said like they kept insinuating, elephants and stuff like that with like they were making allusions to this. And I'm like, "Oh, great. An elephant mascot. This is going to be cute. I like this." Cuz we've got Farty,
Mhm,
nice big monkey with the banana hat, you know?
mhm,
And then we've got, Split, a banana with abs for some reason. We've
mm.
got the beaver dude. What's his name? Bo?
Bo.
Okay. Bo the beaver with absolutely jacked. And then we've got, Coco the coconut.
Mm,
This all makes sense to
crap.
me. Allow me to paint you this picture. They move the thing. This guy comes through. He's got the head of an elephant, the body of a dude, like an actual like human man because he's a pitcher,
Mhm.
and then like the big old clown pants like Matt Wolf wears, but they're polka dot. I don't like any bit of this.
I think it's the human quality that makes me uncomfortable because
Yes.
it is I want it to be a fluffy elephant, I guess because I want to be like, "You're squishy, you're squishy."
Squishy, and I'm not afraid of you. I don't think you're gonna come running after me in my dreams.
Um,
It's the humanoid element of it that I'm not a big fan of.
I
Eh,
I
I
don't wanna
don't
hug a
like it.
human in an elephant mask, I'm sorry.
That, I think, is the only thing I don't like about the clowns. Well, except for the contortionist. Again, I'm sure you're a nice guy. However, the acrobat, really love the guy.
Oh, the acrobat is great.
The flips. In one of the, what was it, the second game or something like that? He flip it, a
Mm,
flip it, a flip it, a flip it. He flipped so many times in a row. I was like, I'm sure somebody's gonna edit him flying into the air.
someone should,
Someone should. I can't
someone
do
should.
that. I'm not good at that. So I hope somebody else does. Take my idea, run with it.
So, the first game was very, very close. So, it was 6 points to 2, but the party animals got the majority of their points in the ninth inning with 3 runs, and as we
Hmm.
know, in the ninth inning, each run counts as a point. However, the trick plays were close too, 6-3. The party animals didn't get the equalizer point, but because Delano was just throwing strikes left and right, there really wasn't a chance to.
If he had not done as well as he did, I don't know that we would have won. Or at least we would
No.
have gone into showdowns or something like that.
Mhm.
Whereas because of the lead that he put in place, it just kinda set everybody with this big precedence of just, pushing forward, like, for some reason, there was just a fire under their ass both
Mm,
times, and maybe it's
mhm.
because they were having so much fun. Like,
Ugh,
playing with the clowns, it seems like they have a lot of fun doing it. So, maybe it was because they were having so much fun that they were just kind of, like, going for it? I
yeah,
don't know, but they were doing so well.
they were having fun on the sidelines, which I really
It's our
enjoyed.
favorite part. I love
It
watching them be goofy on the sidelines.
it is. Yeah, Helton and all of his bats.
At the beginning, he was
Yeah,
like, "I'm not waiting, I'm gonna hold my bats now. These are my emotional support bats."
exactly. You have Telly being Telly.
Telly's just Telly.
Just Telly. He doesn't know the camera's on him. He's just vibing, having a great time.
What's his fiance's name? Kim?
Kim.
I kinda wanna
Yes.
ask her and be like, "Is this what you have to deal with anyway? Like, you is this what it's like at home too?"
I think it might be more.
This is him being reserved?
Maybe. I don't know.
He's like, "I'm in public, I gotta tone this down just a little bit."
Or it's just you have that adrenaline, and I think he really this is how the adrenaline affects him.
Mhm.
And it's the same with Ashton. You see her on the sidelines.
Ashton has just
Oh,
gotten so much more, like, open and just strange, and I love this for her.
in the best way
The
possible.
best
It's
way.
best way. And you just
All of our favorite people are weird at this point. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I that's just truth. You and me, we're weird. Our best friends are weird. Like, all of our favorite people are weird. That's why
are
we
weird.
go so hand in hand with this team.
Exactly. And when you watch them do the pregame talk with Bloomer, like the pep talk, and they're in the center and Bloomer's like, "Yeah, we're gonna win." You look at Lialios and, Ponce, I don't know what they're doing, but they're holding each other, they're making faces. I have no idea what's going on, but you know what?
Listen, they're on their own wavelength. They got their own process, okay? You don't need to
Eh,
know. It ain't for you.
maybe
That's
it's
for
a
Ponce
pitcher
and
thing.
Lialios.
Maybe it's a pitcher thing. But they played really well. I don't really have much to say, just because it was so close.
Mhm.
And it was just so it was one of those games where I really didn't wanna take notes because I was having so much fun watching it.
Oh, absolutely.
And regardless of like, "Oh, the party animals are winning, the party animals winning." No, I was having fun watching both teams play
Mhm.
to the point of being like, "Well, I don't I if the party animals lose, I think I'll be okay with that."
And that's hard for you to admit.
It is very hard for me to admit. It's very hard for me to admit.
I do really, really enjoy watching the clowns too. Like I said, it's just there's something about them. They are just so like entertaining, but like just charismatic as well. Like it's
Mhm.
just something about them that the charm level is off the charts.
Yes.
Also, having Flash as like the an entertainer and a spokesperson, like they could not have chosen a better person.
They couldn't, and I know a lot of people when he was drafted to the Clowns were like,
Hmm.
"Oh my gosh, you're not gonna be a banana anymore." It's like, "No, no, no, no." As soon as I heard his name being drafted to the Clowns,
Made
I was like,
sense.
this is where he needs to be. This
Made
is where
sense.
he was destined to be."
Hmm.
I do feel bad because I feel like he's constantly having to defend that. And I'm like, "You don't have to
Yeah.
defend, you could just see it." Like, there you go.
Literally, it's one of those things where you can see that the match is there. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
if you have something that lights a fire under you, it makes sense. Everything falls into place. And I think that he is so open and so happy to be there that
Yeah.
like it's just you can see that he's exactly where he needs to be.
Mhm.
And I'm glad because I don't know
Yeah.
who else they would get for that kind of role. You know, I'm sure they would have had somebody really great. You know, they have everybody on that team is fantastic. And they seem like great people.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that anybody else they could have gotten would have been great too. But to have him as like basically just like the face is
Mhm.
they couldn't have chosen a better person.
Flash just draws you in too. He draws you in as
Absolutely.
soon as he grabs the mic, he just draws you in. Can't
Yeah.
help it.
Yeah.
I will say this about the game of game 1. The party animals pitching, their relief pitching was pretty good. I have no
Better than some of the other
complaints.
ones.
I have no complaints.
Like I said, I don't know what was falling into place, if it was just
Mhm,
because they liked where they were, the field felt good, or they were having a lot of fun, or whatever it was, you know what I mean? Like, there was just something that fell into
mhm,
place for these 2 games.
yeah,
So both teams performed very,
mhm.
very well.
Yeah, Gillespie still gives me a little bit of, I'm a little
Ugh.
nervous." It's
They
it's
they put him back in at the 8th, and I
they
was not happy.
yeah, he allowed 1, ball four sprint and 1 hit, but he did have a strikeout. He got out of the inning, didn't get a run in. As soon as he calms down, it's good.
He just has to find his footing.
Mhm. Fluke gave up a home run, but it was a walk-off home run. Happens. Lialios did very well.
Mhm.
He had a strikeout and 1 hit. Not bad. Not
Not too
bad.
bad.
And Holden only had, 1 ball, 4 sprint.
It was just I don't know, like I said, everything just kinda felt like it was just falling into place. It was just such a good game to watch, and I'm with you, like, I was hard pressed to, like, put my eyes away from the screen, you know, because you wanted to see what happened next.
You did. You did. And it was so great. I mean, you even had Matt Wolf pitching with his pants.
Just dropping trowel every 5
But
seconds.
they are entertaining. They are
Mhm.
so entertaining, and I think because the party animals are so strange and unique and creative, and then you have the clowns, that's a show.
Yeah,
That is an
absolutely.
absolute show, and the fact that it's at a smaller venue as well,
Mhm.
it's like, go have fun. Go have fun.
Which, I mean, comparatively to, like, some of the other, stadiums that they've played
Mhm,
in, like, I have been to that field, like, a couple of times,
mhm,
you know, as I was growing up, and again, didn't have a lot of appreciation for it because why would I? You know what I mean? It just wasn't necessarily my bag, and then all of a sudden, like, you know, that my team is playing there, it's a very surreal experience because I'm like, "Oh, I've been there. I know what that looks like." And to have them in that space was, like I said, very surreal, very interesting, and to see, like, how much appreciation they had for it, like, Bloomer in a TikTok went running around it and just describing all these pieces about it and, like, showing off, and it was so interesting to hear all, like, the little tidbits and the history behind it. How people, like, thought that this particular field was too nice for a minor league stadium. Like, it was too nice to be a minor league stadium is what they said. And, like, it's just gorgeous, and it also has I think he said multiple entry points, whereas, like, a lot of other minor league stadiums don't have that.
They have more than 1 gate. I know that a lot of the minor league stadiums I've been to, they only have 1 entrance, so these have multiple, which is nice.
Yeah. I mean, it is genuinely a gorgeous stadium. Like,
Mhm,
again, didn't have appreciation for it before. I have a better appreciation for it now, considering, you know, that I've seen other stadiums and know a little bit more about it, you know?
mhm,
So you can understand it and appreciate it just a little bit more.
mm.
But you also can't beat the skyline right there too, which again, didn't have much of appreciation for, still kind of don't. But it is kind of nice to be so close to literally everything.
It's nice. And I'm glad the party almost won, but the Clowns played a really, really good game. Do you wanna talk about game 2?
I would love to talk about game 2.
Also, I forgot to mention, which we were actually able to see in both games, but I really paid attention in this game. The Clowns have a really cool slow motion intro where they pretend to throw the ball from, the catcher to third and the backwards around the horn, which is what they call around the bases.
Thank you.
So, you're
I'm like,
welcome.
What the fuck around the horn?" Like,
It's it's really unique, but I will also say, and I sent you so many I think I sent you this video twice because I love it. When the party emos walked in,
I
their
love their walk-in.
entrance,
I love their
we will
entrance.
we will talk about this every podcast, I don't care. But in this version particularly, it was led off by Tanner Thomas, and there was something about his presence where I'm like, "Okay, okay, sir. You're here to party." It just kinda broke up the clowns.
Bailey thought it was hot.
Yeah, a little bit, a little bit.
Listen, I they just have, like you said, just such a presence. Like everybody has their entrance and their walk or whatever, but they just sort of like the klaxon goes off, and then all of a sudden like the gates open, and they just sort of like stroll in. Like
Mm.
two entrances that I love the most is the two that they have. So
Yeah.
I love them. Well, it's because like they have the walk in, right, where they open the
Mhm,
gates and they just kind of like seize the day, right? You will
mhm.
never escape Newsies. Never. And then the other one is when they are literally crawling over the wall and scaling the wall and running onto the field. That's my favorite.
Yeah,
That one's top tier.
At Grayson Stadium, because they
I
can
love
jump
it.
over the fence.
They
Um,
jump over the fencing, they jump over the wall, and then they just start running onto the field. I'm like, this is my favorite.
when you said "seize the day"
Yes.
when they walk through, I think that's what always gets me is it definitely reminds me of Spot Conlon's
Never fear.
entrance when
Brooklyn
he
is here.
opens the gate with all of like, there's this huge fight going
Oh,
on, and he just opens the gate,
yeah.
and he stands I think that's what it reminds me of, and you have just all Brooklyn behind him.
So they enter, they do the thing. So I have to tell you, the second game, I tuned in a little bit late. I tuned in about halfway through the home run kid, which is my favorite part anyway, so it was fantastic to watch.
Weston.
The only part I remember out of it is Gillespie and one of the clowns players, I couldn't quite make out his name, are literally sitting there on the side meditating.
See, after he hit the ball, Bloomer pretended that it hit him, and he just laid on the field the whole time, just laid there.
He took a
Laid
little
there.
nappy time.
It was
Time for a
great.
little nappy naps.
That's one of my favorite things when just a player just lays on the field and doesn't
Mhm.
move.
I just and then also I think it was the same one where Mark was quote
Yes.
unquote chasing after him and he like had a bat and he was doing the wobbly legs chasing after him, you know. I just thought it was so funny. I love this team. I
I do
always
too.
love when they do the home run kid and they show the home run kid, always show the home run
Home run
kid.
kid.
But when they showed the home run kid and like our team is like quote unquote like the enemy team, the opponent
Mhm,
team, you know what I mean?
mhm,
Because they always are just chaotic. Chaos.
mhm.
They're fighting each other, they're throwing each other around, they're falling over, they're meditating for some reason. Like it's so funny to me.
It's great. It's so wonderful, and then with the clowns, because the clowns are just as chaotic,
Yeah,
it just it was glorious chaos. So you know who's not going to be insufferable, but he deserves to be able to have bragging rights, and he should brag?
Hilton.
Helton.
I guessed right.
Helton. Helton pitched a complete game.
There is a reason why I say damn Delano and what the Helton in our title.
Yes. They were extraordinary.
Like, I haven't seen anything like that for either of them. Like, I think the only time I saw Delano go farther was when, he pitched for the championship,
And I
you
think he
know?
went to what, did he go through to the 8th inning, I
I
believe?
think so, because he went a long time, and he
Yeah.
just kept going, just throwing that gun. And then, throwing that gun, what the fuck is wrong with me? Ugh, how
Not a baseball
embarrassing.
term, but, you
Yeah, it
know.
is. It's it's a Judaism.
It's a Judaism.
So, you better check yourself. I'm tired, and I'm hot. Delano obviously pitching for, like, the championship that long, and then Helton comes around and pitches s how long was he in there for?
The whole game. The whole
The
game.
whole
The
goddamn
whole
game.
game. The whole game.
I was like, "How is that possible?"
I don't know.
The man had
And
his Wheaties.
he was just like, "I am going to have some fun. It's not fair that Delano gets 9 strikeouts in a game. So though I do not throw a lot of strikeouts, I like to pitch for contact so the boys can do some trick plays."
He likes to give him the, trick play opportunities.
Yeah, which he did. They actually got the equalizer point in this one. I'm going to pitch the whole game. And I never once felt really anxious with him pitching.
No, it was just kind of like a, "Oh, he's still in, okay,"
Mhm.
you know?
Oh,
I
yeah.
was worried about, like, his arm or whatever. I was like, "How long can you keep this up?"
So, he only allowed the clowns to have 1 point, only 1 point. And even that point, the party animals got 1 run in the second. The clowns just got 2 runs in the second.
That's
Not a big deal.
it's like, the team did so well these 2
Mhm.
games.
Oh,
I was
yes.
just like, "Oh my gosh, this reminds me, like, the chaos and how well they were
Mhm.
doing." Like, it literally reminded me of when I first started watching. I don't know if they just need summer weather. I don't
They
know if they just needed that stadium or this team to play against, but it genuinely felt like when I first started watching, you were like, "Watch this with me." And I was like, "Oh, I get it." You
well,
know, and they were doing really well.
yeah, I mean, last week they took, well, against the Bananas because it's now this week. Against the Bananas, they took 2 out of the 3 games, and they're just really locked in. I guess that's the best word to describe it. They're locked in.
Yeah.
Um, I didn't have to worry about any relief pitching in this one, so there's that.
He was just like, "Nah, you guys take a seat." And also, didn't you see them kind of like waiting for their turn?
Yeah, a little bit. Um, Ponce was on the sidelines. I think he kind of figured that Helton had it because he was doing his own thing.
He was
We
having a good time. Him and Baber
Baber, Baber.
was having a great time.
I have never seen Baber on the sidelines like that in a while. It's been a while. This I don't know what kind of energy drink they drank. I don't know what happened, but they were all going crazy.
Like, they were having some fun, bro. And again, I don't know if it's just because, like, it was the clowns, like, so they
Mhm,
felt like they could let loose a little bit more.
mhm,
I don't know if it was because they were riding the high of playing so well. I don't know.
mhm.
Like, they just were on something, and I was loving it.
It was great. It was so much fun. We did have Reeves hit a two-run homer. He had a two-run bomb in the 5th. I will say the 5th inning was the party animal's best inning. I did feel bad for Clark Gilmore, who was pitching.
Oh
I
god, that
felt
one
really
did
bad.
break my heart.
That was rough. Once again, it's really hard. We saying this throughout this whole episode. It's hard to root against them, and watching Clark Gilmore on the sidelines and then watching him in his TikToks, he is such a genuinely awesome person,
Mhm.
and he just seems like he would be a really good friend. So watching him, it just kind of it broke my heart. He even was mic'd up,
He was mic'd up, and that was
and
like God, so him being mic'd up while he's having this moment of just being absolutely eaten alive.
Mhm.
You know, and it's I can't describe it any other way
Yeah.
because it's literally it was just like one right after the other, after the other,
Mhm.
after the other, and it was just
Yeah.
awful to watch because I could see him getting upset.
And he took out his earpiece, and
He literally ripped it out.
we were like, "Dude, that's fine. Do it. Do
Literally,
it."
like, can't be listening to Drake
Mhm.
till in your ear while you're trying to
Mhm.
concentrate.
Which makes sense. Um, Hopefully he can shake it off. I mean, as
Yeah.
a party animal fan, great, but, like, as
You don't wanna see anybody, like,
yeah.
be that upset, you know what I mean? Like, he
Mhm.
genuinely looked like he was about to fall apart,
Yeah.
and, like, that's a lot of pressure, you know what I mean? Like,
That
once you
is.
start getting in your own head, it's hard to dig yourself back out of it, and so, I know that he ended up getting, what did he get taken out? Is that what
Yeah, he did, and Kobe took his place.
Yeah, I just, I think that he genuinely got in his head, and it's also
Mhm.
I sometimes people can pitch and play while they're mic'd up, sometimes
Mhm.
people can't. And so I don't know if he's ever been mic'd up before. I don't know. But if he hadn't and you know he was struggling with that, like that's a lot of attention because you have the fans, you know, screaming, you
Yeah,
have music going, you have something in your ear, you're trying to focus on what your catcher is saying, like it's a
yeah,
lot.
and you're in this spotlight where this is your first headliner,
Mhm.
and it's historical,
Yeah.
and that's a lot. So I hope
It's a lot of pressure.
hope he's doing okay. I hope he shakes it
I hope
off and
he's
comes
too.
back. Cause
He listen, he has another opportunity.
yep,
You know, they're playing
he
again.
has several opportunities.
They're playing again, and
Mhm,
it's gonna be you know what I mean, like, to have that time to just kinda, like, breathe, come back to himself, you know, practice a little
yeah,
bit, and then come back to the show, you
and
know?
you need to see his trick pitches. His trick pitches are crazy. They're insane. Um, I had to watch one of them in slow motion because I couldn't figure out how he did it. and he
I
threw a
feel
strike.
like I feel like when I first watched them, like, it was sma I very vaguely remember that, I feel
Mhm.
like. So, I don't know, it's one of those where I again, it's hard to root against this team.
It's
It's
hard.
hard to root
It's
against
so
them.
hard.
I want them to do well too, and that
Mhm.
sucks because it's also like party animals are my team.
Yeah.
Number 1. Uno. But, like, the clowns, they've just kind of won me over, you know?
Yeah, and we have a saying where it's 98% of this podcast is a party, and that's and 2% is a margin of error for other teams.
Did you
But
say party nuts?
I said party animals.
Did you?
Yeah.
Sounded like you said party
Well,
nuts.
we can edit that out, and I
Nope,
could
I'm
say
keeping it.
98% of the party animals
Party
and
nuts.
2% of margin of error or the other teams, but it's so hard not to talk about the clowns, and I think that's a really
Mhm.
good thing to have. But in the 5th inning, the bottom of the 5th, we had Peyton up.
Eli Payton, like Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah.
Do you think he
Eli
has that as he's running the
Peyton.
bases?
I one would hope.
I hope so. Eli, if you're listening, listen, I got an idea for you, bud. As he runs the bases, Eli
Eli
Payton.
Payton. Well,
Anyway,
he hit a foul ball, and that foul ball was caught. I think he deserves blessings.
are we going to bless them? I do, again, I feel bad because, like, we love both teams, we're rooting for both teams, but in the end, I'm a party animals lady. I guess you could say I'm a party nut, as it were.
A party nut.
A party nut. So I think that they deserve I think that they deserve I have to talk better. So sorry. I think that they deserve blessings.
I hope their beverage is always cold.
I hope that their favorite flavor of ice cream is always on sale.
I hope when they stick their hand to check the water temperature in their shower, it is the perfect temperature every time.
I hope somebody says, "Man, that smells good. Is that your perfume?" They'll be like, "No, it's just me." Is it or is it kind of creepy? I feel like that could go both ways.
No. I hope you always find a good parking spot wherever you go.
That is a good one. That's a good one. I hope that we did
We
good.
did good. We did good.
You did good.
We blessed them. We blessed them.
You have been blessed.
So we also had a really fun walk up from Swan. It was in the
So good.
4th, and it was the WAP song. And
Sorry, I shouldn't laugh that way.
and they did a wonderful job. One of the lines in the song goes, "Play dead like wop, 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 wop." And so they all play dead, and then you see Mark get dragged off by Holden.
I just
It's
Mark, he's one of my favorites. He's just like my favorite person.
it's the little things. It's the little things that make the little skits so awesome.
I love it with the walk-ups and the dances and them just being silly on the sidelines. I just love this team so much. You know when you have like that cuteness aggression where you're just like, I
Oh,
want to
yeah.
bite his face. I just love
Yeah.
this team so much.
Oh, Baber did not play this game,
He did not.
but he made his presence known on the
He
sidelines.
refused to be silenced.
And then you had Ashton, like we said this in the first game, they're all on the sidelines. They're all
Mhm.
just doing these shenanigans. And that's what made me fall in love with this team. It's just seeing them.
Just being silly little gooses.
Mhm. And at the end of the game, where the party animals did win 4-1, they also got the equalizer point. They ran up to Helton and dumped ice water on him.
But they didn't warn the girl, the lady that was
What?
interviewing him.
Yeah.
So she, like, shrieked.
Yes.
But it was so good, though, like and then
Mhm.
also he's hugging Ponce, it's like Ponce is trying to get away. I just love this team so much.
I feel like Ponce is everyone's little brother.
That's my son. So, I don't know, like I said, this was just so good to watch,
Mhm.
and it was so entertaining, and it was exactly what we look for, like,
Yeah.
even if they hadn't won, even if things hadn't necessarily gone the way that we like, we would have had so much fun, Bailey, 'cause, they
Mhm.
were having fun.
They were having a great time. And also I forgot to mention, I think this is really important. They brought Nub
They
in.
did, they had Nub, and then
He
also the coach.
the coach of he used to play for the clowns of
Yes.
the clowns. So they brought
He
him
used
in
to play for the clowns of the
clowns did.
clowns.
Yeah. There we go. And that was real it's always so great when they bring out someone from the clowns who
Mhm.
played on the OG clowns.
Yeah.
It always just makes me tear up.
They also, brought out the family of one of the players as well.
Mhm.
So, again, just kinda speaking to the fact that they are crossing T's, dotting I's, adding P's and Q's to, like, make sure that they're paying, the right homage to the team and the players and the history
Mhm.
and, continuing to add to a legacy in a very, respectful way.
Yes.
It genuinely is it's one of those things that Bailey and I are such a big fan of history.
Mhm.
So, even if it hadn't have been so important for, people of color and the, Negro League baseball teams, even if it hadn't have gone towards that end, it
Mhm.
still would have been incredibly fascinating to watch because they're talking about the history, they're talking about the
Mhm.
players, they're bringing people who are the living players onto the field. They're giving such a voice to the legacy and continuing it in
Yeah.
such a beautiful way that, like, this is exactly the type of thing that we are such suckers for.
We
But
are.
to the fact that they are doing so with the respect for people of color, with
Mhm.
respect for trying to give more of a voice to people. I think it's beautiful, and I'm so moved by it. And obviously, you and Drake Toll both like sobbed multiple times,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
and it's just to because you guys know how important that is.
Yeah. And just also showing the fact that they can bring these players onto the field,
Mhm.
how it wasn't that long ago.
No, and it's so strange because like we have such a problem with object permanence in this
Mhm.
country, not just
Mhm.
in as and people in general, but in this country specifically, that like it feels like it's been ages. It feels like it's been
Mhm.
centuries.
Yeah.
But this stuff it's not that far away. That's our
It's
parents, you
not.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's our brothers and sisters, that's our
Mhm.
aunts and uncles. But this is within our history, our very
Mhm.
recent history, and it is still a thing. And so it's just one of those things that like having another space for people to just be able to enjoy something that they love and then
Mhm.
also to give them a voice is
Yeah.
it's important.
Thank you, Banana Ball.
Thank you, Banana Ball. Also, they're going to be playing in not next week, or this coming week or whatever
Mhm.
time frame, whenever you guys are listening. But they will be playing in Kansas City, which I believe is where the Negro League Baseball Museum is. Anyway, but I think that's going to be interesting. Like,
Mhm.
I really don't want to watch anything with the bananas. I don't care. I don't care. But I, might watch that one because I do love the
Mhm.
clowns, and I do wanna see what they do because since they are in the city where that is hosted and they've been
Mhm.
partnering with the museum, obviously to continue the legacy and to pay, proper respect to it, I'm gonna be interested to see what they do,
Yeah.
because I feel like that's gonna be something very important and very big.
Should be very interesting. I'm
I hope
excited
so.
about it.
I hope so. So this week, though, where are they playing?
They're playing in Tacoma, Washington.
That's right, 3 hours behind us. I don't
Yep.
know. Well, but I mean, okay, so next week's episode might look a little different anyway.
Mhm.
Because, well, do you want to tell them?
Yes. I'm moving.
I'm moving. And just, I
My
mean, you can even let that be loud if you want to.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's just a lot to do and a
Mhm.
lot to pack and a lot to think about. So, to keep things, to keep things as little pressure as possible for yourself, because this is what we do for fun.
Yeah,
We treat this like it's a job, of course, but it's also one of those things that, like, we do this for fun. We enjoy this and we want to
we
share things
do.
with you guys. But that also means that we have to take things in consideration for our
Mhm.
own well
Sanity.
being.
Sanity,
Sanity.
well-being.
Yeah, we'll keep that. It's the
Mhm.
same thing.
Yeah.
So next episode might look a little different.
Mhm.
And we don't know what that means just yet, but we will still be releasing as
Mhm.
usual. It's just like I said, might look a little different.
It
Anything else to say to the people, Bailey?
it's really hot.
It's so hot. This is ridiculous. I was here's the thing. My problem was that I had been complaining about the cold weather that we had for the last 7 months, that I was like, "Remind me of this when I'm hot and angry about being hot," because I was asking for warmth. I still don't regret it. As much as I have to probably strip down at this
Look,
point, I would rather be butt out in the breeze than have to bundle fucking back up with the parka.
Yeah, I don't like the cold.
I hate the cold. I need to move someplace else. Can we move to the West Coast?
Well, Arizona's next on my list, so. Well, friends, if you like this episode, join us every Thursday for more of this foolishness. Don't forget to download and share, like and subscribe, and all those fun things. You can find us everywhere at Tarpsoft Party Pod. And bye!
Thanks for stopping by. It's always fucking something with these guys.